that God-given dreams change everything. And we believe that by God giving us this dream, it has changed our life.
Yeah.
It has changed the life of those that have made a decision to follow Christ. It has changed the life of the people that live in the community. We have humbly received this dream from God, and we're going to humbly walk it out for all the days of our life. At a small worship gathering, I began to feel God's heart and God's compassion for people. And as I closed my eyes to worship, the Lord showed me several images of people, of young, old, black, white. And God impressed on my heart. He said, "Son, I want you to gather my lost sons and daughters." I had never had the passion to go into ministry.
I knew since the age of 13 that this day was going to come. And my mother came into my room one day and she said, "Get up, get dressed, we're going to church."
The Lord began to draw on my heart, and He began to take me to a place where I felt like I needed to get equipped. I didn't know for what.
Towards the end of the service, this man, he says, "Call out the girl that's wearing a green shirt." And so he calls me to come up to the front, and as I started walking towards him, the Lord began speaking prophetically. And one of those things was that I was called into ministry and that I was one day going to lead a church that was going to represent people from different backgrounds and different nations.
I felt like I needed to go to a ministry school, and that required me to quit my job that I had. I worked for a large tech firm.
And I remember hearing all of this, and there were two thoughts that were going on in my head. One was, why would God choose me to do this? The second thing was, if this is what you are calling me to do, God, how am I going to do it?
I had on my heart a deep desire to plant a church. What started off as a vision, what started off as a dream, began to take shape.
And so fast forward to 3 years ago when I met Paul and we began talking about ministry and church planting. Everything that God had spoken to me as a 13-year-old girl, we're now finally going to be put to use for this season.
And we went to a CMN launch event, and that just, blew our minds. It was a game changer for us.
Absolutely.
It changed everything.
And I think for us, it just put a lot of things into perspective. I think it built up the courage, it eliminated the fear, it gave us a starting point.
To even dare to pick a date on a calendar where we would be ready to plant a church was the most furthest thing that we could ever imagine. And so we were feeling super confident and super filled with faith, and we picked a date.
Yeah.
We picked a date while we were there
At
at the
the
CMN
CMN
event. That is the date that we actually launched
Yeah.
our church.
Yeah. The awesome part for me was seeing 6 lives come to Christ at the end of that first service. And it was just a reminder that this is what we're here for.
This is a dream that God has given us, and now we're seeing this effect begin to take place in our city, and so we're super excited about that. Hi, my name is Paul. This is my wife, Christina. We planted Overflow City Church.
And we are the 500th church that CMN has funded.